Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. I have an egg cutting, and it's an exciting one. Jelani is a citrus ghost, and we'll talk about that gene. Hagrid is a pastel Wookie. Um, so I'm looking right now at what I wrote. I can't. Oh, one tour. Okay, that's right. I tried to separate these eggs, which I don't often do anymore. One tour. That's why I often don't do it. But hopefully that egg made it. We will see here in a minute. But I saw some pipping. So anyways, Citrus Ghost to Pastel Wookie. Oh my! Check that out. Came out already. All right. Interesting. What have we here? Very interesting looking baby. Is that just a pastel Wookie? If so, it's very bright compared to the dad, but I think that's what it is. It can't just be a pastel. No, I think that is a pastel Wookie right there. Okay, very cool right off the bat. I see more pips, more pips. I don't see any moldy eggs. That makes me so happy. Let me just start cutting these open and talk about these babies, shall we? Absolutely a pastel Wookie here. That's exciting. So I think what's going on here, guys, is that pastel babies are just so much brighter than pastel adults, which is why they look different from the dad. But very cool. So far, 2 pastel Wookiees. And these are all Het Citrus Ghost. So Citrus Ghost is not a true line of hypo. I don't know why it's called Citrus Ghost or Citrus Hypo, but it shouldn't be. It's not compatible with any of the others, and I don't think it even looks like the others. But it is recessive. Very cool. Adds a ton of color. A lot of yellows and kind of pastel-y colors. Look at the little head poking up. So cute. Pastel, of course, one of the most popular and famous incomplete dominant genes in existence. Also adds color and brightness, and sometimes, depending on the line of pastel, it can add a little cleanness. And then Wookie, one of my all-time favorite genes. It's a darkening gene, but it also adds a lot of, it's funny to call it a darkening gene because it adds that white coming up the sides. So even though the tone of the blacks is darker, there is some pushing up of the pattern from the belly towards the dorsal, if that makes any sense. So anyways, that's baby number 2. All right, we have a really beautiful looking pastel here. No Wookie in this one. Also Het for Citrus Ghost. Like, oh my goodness. Really, really nice looking baby here for just a single gene pastel. Now, I suspect that the Het Citrus Ghost influence is helping to add that really nice orangey yellow color in there. Wow. I have hatched pastels before, and they did not look like this. But I don't think it can be a case of retained sperm. She didn't lay eggs last year, so it would have had to have been 2-year-old sperm, and she bred like crazy, and I'm seeing Wookies in these other things. So I think that's just a really nice pastel Het Citrus Ghost. It's just a really, really beautiful one. I'm very happy about that. Very cool. All right, let's try the next egg. Okay, guys, I think we have another pastel Wookie. We're slaying it so far. It's harder to see this one. It's not in a good position, but judging again by that belly and the sides there, definitely a Wookie, and it's too bright to be just a Wookie, so I think we've got a pastel Wookie here. That makes 3 of those and a nice pastel. I am liking the odds so far. Who knows if they will maintain, but already we've got what we wanted from this clutch for sure. Really nice looking babies. They all look healthy and fat, which I always like to see. Incubated well, no issues. Let's move on to the next egg. All right, guys, I am blown away by the color on these just regular pastels. So clean, so bright, so much of that peachy orange color coming in. I am very curious to see how these age. But we have another pastel Het Citrus Ghost. I just am loving it. I think that these are going to turn out so beautiful. I'll set them down. I'm going to close these back up a little bit. Let them rest. All right, so we have 3 pastel Wookiees and 2 pastels. I have no complaints so far. You know, this is the second clutch in a row. The odds have been very good to us. Okay, we have our first normal, you know, 100% Het for Citrus Ghost, of course. But if it looks a little bit bright, that's just because it's a little tiny baby. Hasn't even shed yet, you know, still shiny. Little babies are always a little brighter than adults for most genes. And then maybe the Het Citrus Ghost also can shine through just a tiny bit. But our first little normal. Got another little normal here, Het Citrus Ghost. This is one that had pipped. Probably about ready to come out. Very nice. 1 egg to go. And I'm suspicious that... well, we'll see in a second. Yep, another little normal. And that's okay. Still very lovely. Alright, so that's all 8 babies. They all look healthy. Let's put that back. Okay, so 3 normals. We got 1, 2, 3. 2 pastels. Yeah, 1. Whoopsie. Come here. And 2. And then 3 Wookie pastels. So no single gene Wookiees. That's interesting. And that's fine. Not a problem at all. And over here. You know, this one, I'll actually wait till it comes out of the egg. Might not have pastel. But gotta see the head, gotta see the color more fully. But all in all, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited about the color on these pastels. Makes me think pastel is going to mix with Citrus Ghost beautifully. So, you know, Citrus Ghost has just not been used much. It really hasn't. I haven't seen it in hardly any combos. I don't know why. I'm not, you know, I never quite know why some genes take off and some don't. And why do some become so wildly popular and some just kind of fizzle out. Maybe it's the breeder who discovers it, you know, if they're better at marketing it or not, or if they happen to hit on a really crazy combo early on. I'm not sure what does it, but I suspect Wookie and Pastel are going to look awesome in Citrus Ghost. So, all right, when these have all shed out, I will show you the parents and all that, but that is all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, we're the Reptile Barn.